we've all seen the new Shadow Milk and Pure Vanilla interactions, right? But did you really understand the weight and meaning behind this exchange? Or maybe you find yourself a little bit confused as to what it's referring to. Worry not, Shady's here to explain. The interchange begins with Smoke announcing the inevitable victory, or perhaps perseverance of deceit, in what appears to be an aggressive tone. Him saying whether you want it or not implies the lack of choice in the matter by either Vanilla or himself, maybe even both. Vanilla, on the other hand, confused as to what might have prompted the idea of deceit emerging victorious or overcoming the threat of being wiped out as a concept, asks Smoke to elaborate. The underlying meaning Smoke implies here is that deceit will ultimately overpower truth. That only one of them, or rather the ideologies and concepts they stand for, shall remain standing in the end. You might not have realized it, but it's actually a reference to Vanilla's base form's gacha line, where he states that truth always prevails. But then, why is Vanilla puzzled? Smoke seems to be simply mirroring what he said, the idea that a force is bound to dominate its counterpart. That's because Vanilla is a hypocrite. Yes, you heard that right. Vanilla, who says hardships are meant to be shared, yet continues to dwell on his suffering alone, lying in situations where he's asked if he's okay. The cookie of truth that not only kept the reality of Dark Enchantress hidden from his close friends, but also lied to them mistakenly when it came to White Lily's connection to her. Yes, he's a flawed character. Vanilla used to believe that the truth would essentially be the answer to every difficult situation, the cure to every disease, that it would be the key to navigating life. Yet here's the thing, he changed upon realizing that it was not the case. Sometimes the truth is too harsh for one to handle, sometimes it's not the proper time to reveal it yet. Vanilla has realized upon awakening that truth isn't fitting for every circumstance. There are times where deceit's sweet embrace is necessary. Thus Vanilla accepts truth and deceit as interdependent concepts that not only give meaning to each other, but balance one another out as well. This change of philosophy and character growth is further demonstrated in his awakening line. You need the darkness to see the light, the darkness in question being smoke and deceit. This revelation is also reflected on his Korean awakening title, translating to Understanding Pure Vanilla, the one who understands. Instead of compassionate in N, which is not a fitting translation in my opinion, understanding in this context isn't really optimism, but the strength to endure and hope for a better outcome. To accept the flaws of life, understand how they came to be, and move on. In contrast, Smoke insists deceit is the fundamental condition of the world, a pleasant hallucination that every cookie turns to in times of preference. This is one of the reasons Smoke is enraged by Vanilla's awakening. In his belief, if Vanilla is really the one who understands him best, he would have embraced despair fully. After all, what use is truth when reality continues to cause tragedy after tragedy to cookie kind? Even the cookie of truth turned to deceit to trick Smoke and save himself. His friends, doesn't that prove him right? But then, why did he feel so betrayed and denied Vanilla's proposal? Because he knows every lie contains a droplet of truth. Their soul jams merged and they felt each other's emotions, memories, an undeniably intimate event that was shared by no other beast in ancient pair. Smoke knows that Vanilla also felt the same loneliness and despair he felt, that he also broke down, corrupted into truthless recluse. So why didn't he stay broken within? That's what wounds Smoke and sends him spiraling into a crash out where he pushes himself to the brink of crumbling. He can't handle feeling vulnerable. Can't believe that he did the very thing he wished to avoid by attempting to build a world of lies. He believed and trusted that truthless recluse would be by his side. Circling back to the dialogue, Smoke doesn't believe Vanilla when he expresses his acceptance of deceit and willingness to connect with Smoke. Funnily enough, he thinks it to be a facade and doesn't trust it at all. The master of deceit being afraid of getting tricked again. Vanilla is conflicted by his statement because he doesn't wish for deceit to be overshadowed. He wants it to coexist alongside truth. Him asking for explanation by his Smoke is an attempt at recognizing and understanding Smoke's perspective. Their bond is a relentless push and pull like two magnets, a gravitational tension forged from shared pain and mirrored souls, one that no uncaring ancient or beast can ever compare.